Chapter 4, Decour, Run. A genius passed. Dazinga was evicted from the bed and breakfast and was invited to live with him because he had just rented a new home, and he was noticing his basement, which wasn't opposite the side of the house, giving Dazinga full access to his kitchen. He will spend a lot of time listening to artists of that time like Kate Washington, Chad Moore, Jeff Hummus, and Annette Beck, while thinking about Decour. Listening to his music and visiting Decour was his only avenue of relocation. He looked for work, but the distant thought in his bus stop was far, but he went looking for work, and when he was looking, he was staring at basement waiting his as if the man was obsessed with that woman. During this time, he wrote a part who let person. Fucking in second, train to be who you want to be, train to repress out the rest, who you are. Someone special, something special. Train to be superstar. Got out at mess, but can't pass the simple grammar. Refuse to be self, want to be someone else. I'm looking at your heart, looking at yourself. I've noticed that you need to let your heart mind, hating self so much. Your mind is confused, you don't know where to do. Train so hard to be someone else. Mind corrupted by sin. Yet, you don't have a pot to piss in. He wrote. Do I hate white folks? So many of his black folks hate white folks. Why? Slavery. Civil rights. Jim Crow. And much more. How many of us know of the many white folks that did for us black folks? Sure, we have heard of the unsteady in Mississippi. Fighting for the right, for us to vote. But it has been crossed out of our minds, because of time. How about the many white folks that helped hurry up men with the Underground Railroad? Do I hate white folks? No, that's a sin. You will have to hate more than half my kin, not to mention myself. Again, that's a sin. We all must love together, blend. Stop hating because of skin. Nowadays, white folks from the east, north, and west come down to the south. Unhappy about what comes out of our mouth. Till you're a few, hell, till you're many, but don't judge anyone until they open their mouth. Look at their actions to see if they are prejudiced. You have to ask, are you? Pride is far from prejudice. If you kill your family, will you hate every man from Louisiana? Every dread. A little history, they are not called drees, but locks. You can call them drees, to creeds of hate and prejudice. Treat hatred with love, hatred with hatred casts a fair to bait or put out. So, what the words that come out of your mouth? Not all white folks, not all black folks are consumed with hate. Free to relate. Before you boast, ask yourself. Do I hate white folks? Lastly, he wrote. Creload and spare not. Rate that it goes to get, that's price the brother in the corner. Rain yading, danius the son they sing, to carry the body away. Bo, ho ho, or the craze from the ease of the mother, who harboured the young brother. Lotus sounds ring out every night in the streets, that are filled with the blood of all the people in flight. Even as you read, and listen to the words of reason. Someone's time has ran out. Yes, dear loved ones scream and shout. Hear me, dear, is the solution. Cleanse yourself of the pollution. All of the things, you can do it out. When you have been cleansed, then you can bond. Tell everyone of the power. Hell is real, hell is hot. So, creload, and spare not. Dazinga didn't know what he was getting himself into, by moving in with him because one was a go dealing with twin brothers who were 19 years old and had a few older gentlemen, as well. He was spoiling most of them with gifts. Dazinga spent most of his time at the course and stayed to himself, in the basement, but when he was home, he was bothered by one's activities, even how he called everything, and worked at his company in his room all the time, out of respect for Dazinga. Dazinga thought he was being too sexually active with AIDS. Many people were being killed for not telling properly about their condition, before having sex with them, and he felt he might be doing the same thing. Deku would come over from time to time, and she and Ren became the best of friends. On day after Deku had left, Dazinga and Ren were watching television. Ron said to Dazinga, Nega, she's really into you. You'll be a fool to let her go. Hell, if you weren't gay, you'd be happy to find someone like her. Dazinga smiled, sighed, you'll never let her go, says the best thing you've seen in me in your life. Just then, one of the twins came into the house. Dazinga was about to accuse himself, and Ron stopped him. No, you look, he just came to get something. Ron accused himself and walked to his bedroom while waiting the twin turned to Dazinga, you're gay too. Dazinga sighed, hell no, Ron, just me friend. Dazinga, in turn, asks him, how long have you been gay? The twin, with a strained look, in not gay, I'm a giver, not a receiver. Dazinga said, here? The young man laughed, you gave, you don't take well, you take money and clothes, but you don't play that other set. Rubbing his head in confusion, Dazinga tried to understand the young man's logic, but Ron came in, and they went outside. Upon Ron's return, Dazinga asked, what in the hell do we have this young man thinking they ain't gay? He talks about giving and receiving. Ron sighed, you don't have him thinking that way, may feel that way. Especially those that come out of jail or prison. You think him going to correct him, and even if he did, you think they are going to stop. Dazinga shook his head, hello, you don't know. One day, while in a restaurant ready to visit the Cush, he entered the bathroom, and to his surprise, he found towels with fix mixed with blood. Upon looking at it, he entered the toilet and looked at the seat. There were faces mixed with blood in there as well. Just then, the Cush blows her horn. Her insults it and vomits on the seat of her car. He waited for a few seconds and entered her car. Are you alright? She asked. No, but I got to get out of that house as soon as possible, because he is just a madman. Dequé asked, what did Ron do? He's a sweet person. Dazinga sighed. Yes, he is, but his sexual activities disturb me. He's a ho-ho. Dequé laughed, not half a ho, but a ho-ho. Hell, you could stay with me when you first moved in with him. Dazinga sighed, you didn't want to risk, but if it's alright with you, you want to move in tomorrow, well. You're off. Dequé smiled, no problem. Now, let's go and enjoy the rest of the evening and get you made of that stuff. Got a taste for some buffalo wings? Dazinga smiled back, those it stain, she laughed, not man. Dazinga looked at her, said, walk, and she drove off. The following day Dequé called Dazinga, you have to work this weekend, they just called me in, so you have to find another way to get your stuff for me opponent. Afterward, he spoke to Tone about his situation, and what made a few calls. Hi, Dazinga, Ron sighed. He got a friend who's a mechanic, and his guy owes him some money for fixing his truck and hasn't paid us of it. Here's the key, and you have to return it before Monday, Dazinga said. Hell, it's Wednesday, and all he got is a bunch of clothes and a few books. I'd no way you won't be finished by Monday. He drove a load over to Dequé's apartment before she went to work and got a copy of the apartment key. He made dinner and cleaned up the apartment, while she was at work. He told himself he'd made another load the following day because he only had a few small things left and took a break. Until that Friday night. Trying to avoid that Friday night traffic, he took the back roads, where he ran straight into a checkpoint. License and registration, please. The officer said. Well, sir, you don't have a license, and the veil is a loan from a friend. The officer went to his vehicle, got in the police cruiser computer, and returned after 5 minutes. Sir, you are under arrest. Not only do you not have your license, but this veil has also been reported stolen. Dazinga knew who would go to jail for not having a license, but he wasn't shocked when the officer said the truck was stolen. Dazinga felt hopeless, because he was miles from home, and a stolen veil sounded like a lot of time to serve in jail. He stayed in jail over the weekend, but out of surprise, he heard an officer call his name, and they started up practicing him till Monday night. He walked out the exit, and the crew was right there. She had called Ron frantically, thinking he was over at his house. Ron and the crew worked tighter, and found out he was in jail. He had run around all day trying to do what was necessary to get him out of there. Mammalian looked at Cush, child, his sim felt good at first, but not no more. Let's get out of this sun and fan, some said. As they moved their chairs into the seat, Mammalian continued, Dazzingale was released from jail, but it was late, after Deku posted bail and waited for his release. Dazzingale looked at her and couldn't believe it. Run. She shook her head and smiled. Run. Dazzingale braced her so hard her back popped. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you always surprise me with your love for me, and I'm truly grateful. She was already late, so she gave him bus fare and rushed to work. It took him a week to escape the shock of being in jail, but it reminded him of being in the army. Still unemployed, he finally landed a job just around the corner from the Cush apartment complex's further cop. Mammalian passed, in it to stop here. For him it because this was a time in our history when computers, well, not just computers, but technology started to creep into our lives. Our black, white-aligned woman started to creep past the women in society. Before you knew it, things got out of hand. Don't get me wrong, it was always like this after the so-called women's movement, but the movement were for to white women and a woman got caught up in it. The division of our family unit slowly became null and void. A popular word grew until there was an outbreak. That word was single mother. Now there has always been single mother, but mostly because of death in the family and they were married, widows. But this independent woman started party, drinking, laying down with any man who could satisfy their mundane needs and able to buy them a drink or two. Hell, you were in luck, if they went and got your own special bottle of that expensive stuff. Because they had said they didn't need a man, until it came to sex. What they really were saying was we settle for a man when you can't have any one of them. Imagine having 8 kids by 8 different men. One of these men might carry about their children and come buying dough for his children, the rest didn't. But what about the other kids' same face? What will they do? How will they feel? And Mizzy became heavy for your own kin. Different children react differently to the situation, but just being to brew. Between 18 and days, all hell started to break loose. Yes, during the Queen Dazinga's time, around and ይዘትን women, well, Tazwu started saying themselves get left behind their woman economically. Women began to think it certain way because they didn't have money, and their woman did. The women were miserable, disappointed, and dissatisfied until beyond. Crack cocaine played its part, and this was part of it, destroyed men pandemic. Yes, men associated their worth with money in a relationship, and when they didn't have that, some of our women started looking down and tight, and the whirlwind of destruction came for our people. 4 years later, when Dazinga went to idle in college, he noticed that 80% of the college were women, while 18% were men and the rest were other ethnicities. Most women graduate, but out of the Wahidal men, only 8% graduate, and the quality had a college degree when they met. Many of them didn't know what had happened until it was too late. Psychological warfare at its best, that's an unhalf. That, we'll talk more about that later. He just had to say that before he got to the next part, so you'll understand what things happen next. 2 weeks after finding that job, they were impressed with his work ethic and hired him for the night cleanup, and married so he could work the same house as Deku. They two loved each other very much, and they did so much together and were happy together. They eventually decided to move closer to her job at an apartment complex called Windjammer Apartment. Life here was quite different, because the plight was better, which meant everything was higher in price, and Dazingi was tougher from his old job and had to quit because of the move. Deku worked longer hours, and they will visit nearby parks to walk, talk, and relax. They now lived around the corner from Stonehaven Park. It was their very own sanctuary, and it was often always peaceful. One day after his first big argument with Deku, Mammalian asked Cush, can you imagine who had? Their argument was over. Cush said, his money thing? Mammalian shook her head, yes, and Dazingi walked to the park with mixed emotions and wrote, you remember. As he take a stroll throughout the park, Talit Sophia comes across Maymond. Yeah, you were a beautiful treasure, tidy how so during me here till the end of time. A thought of joy, pain, and passion. Crosses Maymond. There's no easy for me to lay, go times and better about your shit in me here. When we're tighter, even when we do drive each other apart. The truth, they remind me of you. The stubborn things you did. Stubborn things you do. Beating against the wind, you held your ground. The stars seemed so distant, yet so close. Would it be a beautiful night, you the same? The moon overtakes the brightness of the stars. So, did you? Every time it reaches your touch, it will miss you so much. The sun, the heat of your temper will consume. What makes me room for shade? Deep inside, it knowing it you want you. The animals in nature have their purpose in life, it's so comfortless when we don't know what to do. The light they bring. Just with their presence. Cease to make us for it, the pain inside. The fire, that burns inside for true love, it makes us do things that without it, we will never do. This goes forming, and you. The rivers bring about a calmness that we'll need in our life, to think induce wisdom in our choices, or decisions in life. This case, the atmosphere is everywhere, a measuring tool, to show us how much we can gain with love in our life. Because we are the sons and daughters of a king. You remind me of all these things. After realizing the burden that Deku felt, Dazinga started going out and hustling, making anywhere from $50 to $300 in a day. He refused to sell drugs ever again, but he had talents he learned while in the military with the knowledge that he needed a job above him. People will call him all times of the day, to fix their computers and help with some reading in things of that nature, and they no problem paying him for his services. He will take what he needed and give it the rest to the for whatever she needed to do with it. They studied literature, and doesn't you all teach her how to know about. We had faith in her the most was the realization of demonic spirits, but he will always encourage her, that anything that can defeat the will estimate the power of Sabbath. Doesn't you love to make fun of her birthday? Because it rhymed. He must sing her birthday song to her fate word. 246, 6 is I 246, 6 it's your way in her birthday, it's cake day for Mrs. However, this particular day, he presented her with a letter bound to her this time, and she was in tears. Happy birthday, baby, he said. Whipping her tears, thank you, baby, she sighed. It eased her for a while, but she wanted him to get a regular job, but having only a high school diploma will never be known in dozen guesses. Back then, while men were going to jail and prisons by the dozens, women were having abortions. They cared more about a career or a job than bringing life into the world. Being a mother meant nothing, literally nothing to him. Until they got old and found themselves without children to take care of them, they simply got a pet, animals of all kinds, dogs, cats, birds, and other fish. You name it, but so nested animal did, they did, because of loneliness. They said all to say this, one day, Deku sat doesn't get down, pregnant, but him not keeping it. From the second she said she was pregnant, Dazinga was so happy he didn't know where to bundle a molluscant later. She said she would not keep it as he had sunk to the bottom of his foot, and eventually tied of an abortion saddened him. He just got up and left the apartment. The silent treatment lasted for a while, but he loved her. 6 months later, she approached him again, pregnant, but him going to keep it this time. Dazinga was so happy he didn't know what to do with himself. To him, it was a gift representing the love they shared for each other, a child from someone he loved and wanted to spend his life with forever. A few minutes in, Deku got sick, and they rushed to the nearest clinic. Dazinga was there by her side, but everything was up. According to the doctor, since it was her first child, she was experiencing some morning sickness. However, one night, Deku was in so much pain that she could not stand. Dazinga, in a deep drive, in time of pain, he cannot sit years and drive. Deku said. Dazinga was scared because his glasses were broken, and the way to the hospital was not only dark, but had many curves, and Deku knew who would drive fast. Baby, you know. You can't see at night, and the roads are dangerous, and there's no light going down Stone Road. Deku was now not only in pain, but enraged, but Dazinga refused to drive for their safety. Dazinga was lyrical, like most men or like most females, she was emotional and well, she felt he was a hairless son of a bit and held it against him. After arriving at the hospital, they rushed the queen to surgery. She was experiencing an ectopic pregnancy, and she was clearly in danger at that moment. Dazinga stayed at the hospital as long as Deku was there. He slept in a chair next to her bed, catering to her every need, running back and forth from the hospital, and retrieving things she needed. From home. Deku was finally able to go home. He was cooking, cleaning, and helping her get around until she was better. Lying next to her one day, he wrote, "It's you. To the keeper of my insanity. To the one who makes it possible for me to beam. Years, tears have gone by. Because love was promised to me many times before, but never kept. Taking no love into past, hate eventually, but meant yes. Hate my woman for years, thinking they can't be trusted, because of those tears. Has years. And waiting about me pain, it seems as if one can't go insane. However, you were again. It's you that got me feeling such joy. It's you that have me feeling like a boy. With a brand new toy. Falling for a few, thinking they were down, but they all were playing games. Just having fun. But now. Oh, but now. I'm walking outside with a smile on my face, it's you, it's you. And for you, it's the same way too. Most of it, you'd think this day will come, a time of giant laughter, and just having fun. We talk about problems, talk about the past, talk about everything, and still able to laugh. It's you and. It's you in it. I've locked up my heart for many years, because of us, they tore it apart. But you found the key, it's you. We're no longer blue. The pain of losing not on, but what its head doesn't yet persist for a while, but till it's lost it both of them prettired, but a few months later, they returned to a place of peace, or so they thought. Deku started recording the apartment with white, everything white. Living room set, and even a Portland and cook. They even had a little white convertible Mazameta. Dicing it took an old and Deku coffee table, sanded it down, and painted it white as well. When you walked into the apartment, you thought you were in heaven. Deku had any foreign recording and put her heart into it and doesn't help whenever he called. He just wanted her to be happy by any means necessary. Trying to deal with her happiness made him lose sight of the more profound pain he was going through. Depression kicked in, and the communication barrier became insufferable. Dancing stopped cleaning and cooking and spent most of his time getting back into the music business, meeting local and national artists to sing his songs, but that didn't come quickly enough for him. Deku saw the frustration, and Saint predicted him to a rap of one who needed songs. They recorded a few songs together, both events had strained their relationship. Deku was upon morning made at him as the bills piled up, you don't clean up, and he sits around watching television, that Cush is sitting on, that said his man. That fought into the refrigerator as me fought. They got up and started throwing eggs into the sink. These eggs, these are me fucking eggs. Dazinga got frustrated and moved out and got himself another bed and breakfast, but that same night, he had already missed Deku. He knew she was right, but he didn't know what to do about it that night. What, have you seen me car? Someone stole me car. Have you seen it? It can be fair, it's about almost and hate, can they put it in with, weights 125 pounds, maybe less, that's the description, you can give for now, because you haven't had any rest, or here, manufactured in the West Indies, or in the territory of Thomas, the only reason, in logging is cause you care. Can you help me find my car? You love me car, without it, you can't go very far. With interior, black exterior, it could not be far, me car. Please tell me if you've seen me car. The last time you saw it, you left the case in the nation. Cause it wasn't a pawn, you simply forgot to lock it, until you realized it was gone. When you could not find the case in my pocket. Someone slips in and now probably taking it for it. You miss wasn't me car with words of wisdom. Simple conversation of passion, it taught me how to love, share, and care. Now, me live without her is a nightmare. Running out of patience. Nervous as hell. Has he wrecked my car? Probably, repented it, you don't know. Can't eat, can't sleep. Please Lord, tell him. Have you seen me car?